Check this out.
Fix our desperate kitchen, please.
My cousin John and I have made a career at turning bad kitchens into amazing ones. We get rid of this, stairs go.
You made that sound so easy. So we've stepped up our game and asked you to show us the most desperate kitchens in America.
Mint green countertops.
Leaded glass doors.
Frankly, it's a bit scary.
Hopefully you see how desperate we are.
We've looked through thousands of video submissions, and now it's time for us to hit the road. You got no idea what's coming your way.
This is nuts.
I can't even believe it.
We can't wait to get our hands on your desperate kitchen.
By the way, the best audience anywhere. I'm gonna get a picture of the audience because they're so good. Okay? Oh yeah, let's see it.
All right, yeah, do it. Wait a
Work
minute.
it,
Let's be
work
honest.
it.
We're all here to see Brian, right? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now lick your lips a little. Come on, everybody. Okay. Sorry. It's really happened.
Hello,
All
Mr.
right.
Balthazar.
Hello, cousins.
Hello.
Good to see you. It was just a year ago that we were sitting here before. I feel like there's so much more to catch up on now.
There always is.
You're back at it again, tackling the most desperate kitchens in America.
Indeed.
We're going to touch upon a lot of stuff today, guys.
We're going deep again, right?
We never know quite what we're going to get with you, but it
Clearly,
always seems to
we've
work out
established that already.
It always seems to work out for the audience's
Right.
benefit.
Are you playing Pokemon Go?
We
No.
were just talking.
No.
I hope, I'll tell you
No.
right now, if any of the engineers are listening and watching this, please put a Pokemon on his head.
No.
That would be amazing.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was like, maybe I should download it because I think it's a Pokemon telling me to drink all that vodka and eat all that pizza. Like
Is that
maybe
what
it's been here the whole time. Anyone here playing Pokemon Go? Yeah. I feel like a grandfather needs to find out what all the young kids are doing. Like I really don't know, but so you're not playing it yet.
No, we've been caught up, trying to promote the show. So maybe after it airs, we can get into Pokemon and.
There it is. Catch it.
Okay, so the show, by the way, like you guys are two of the hardest working men in the industry. So it's hard enough to do a TV show. As any one of the housewives will say, it's exhausting being that angry at each other. But you actually do like work on top of each other.
Whoa,
Brian.
Whoa, Brian.
Let's
not that close.
It's not the Vegas version of the interview. I'm sorry. You guys do a lot of hard work on top of it. I traveled to the set to see you in Atlanta. Yeah. And you tell people about the premise because you kind of ambush people. They've applied because they have hideous kitchens. And amazingly, there are a lot of hideous kitchens out there.
Yeah, so, I mean, the basic idea is that we show up at your front door. We get a lot of submissions in. We narrow them down with the production company, with HGTV, and we plan from a distance. We're ready to go for this renovation. The only problem is the homeowner doesn't know about it yet. So we show up at the front door and knock. I mean, we've caught people in robes. We've caught people not home.
Right. But most of the time, I believe your team makes up some sort of lie so they're home. Like, somebody might stop by to deliver a package or take some measurements or something.
Well, they think it's just the production company coming just to do kind of like a last-minute interview saying, all right, maybe you're going to be in the running. We're not sure yet.
Right.
So when they open the door and they see us there, they're blown away. Because we
sometimes
start work
it is
then.
actually a producer coming to do measurements.
Yes.
And they're like, wah, wah.
My favorite lie is the one where you really screw with people's emotions. It's like, look, if we're not there by 9:30, you're not getting it. You lost.
Wow.
And then we show up at 9:45, so everybody's dejected and really feeling shitty, and then you're like, boom,
we're here.
We're going to make the next season's people really hopeful now, but no, because now they're going to think maybe just 15 more minutes. But no, you definitely take them by surprise. You come in basically with a sledgehammer and a dream, and you make stuff happen.
4 days.
I think that's
4 days.
the new catchphrase for the show, Sledgehammer
and a
Dream.
dream. That's it.
I like that. So
Anthony's going to get that tattoo. That's the next tattoo. Sledgehammer and a dream.
what was the hardest kitchen you did? By the way, it premieres tonight on HGTV, by the way.
Yes, 8 o'clock, 7 Central.
There we go, in a double episode premiere.
Woo! Yes.
I love things that garner a woo. I love things that elicit a woo. Like, I wonder if in other cultures it's like, ee! Don't you wonder, like, in other cultures if it's different?
When you're in Jersey, it's a woo!
Yeah, that's like,
That's it.
yeah.
We launched the show in Asia, as you know, in April, and the woo was strong through Singapore.
So woo is
and,
universal.
Malaysia as well.
Isn't that kind of interesting, though? Don't you
the
ever
woo
wonder,
was-
like, no, not so much. Everyone's like this. No, Never occurred to me. But and you do several kitchens here. What was the hardest kitchen you did this time?
For me personally, the first 2 were excruciating. I blew out a disc in my neck.
Did you do that, by the way? Do you know?
Yeah, let everyone know, because that is...
Something cool, like, because you always want it to be something
No, it's.
cool.
I wish it was cool.
I was walking up the stairs and I turned to the left.
That gets you every time.
The long version of that is somewhere along my career of soccer, lacrosse, skiing, and construction, I did something. But when I looked to the left,
Right.
I moved the
But the
herniation.
tipping point was the
Yeah.
looking to the left.
So, you know, I had those like electric shock moments where we were refilming stuff, and this guy had a lot of patience.
Yeah. Well, you're known for your patience.
I'm known for my patience.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm
Well,
not.
It was very interesting because we're in an interview, and then all of a sudden you just hear Anthony just yell out obscenities.
Really? It happened while you were...
He just, because it happens.
It
He
was
gets a
nuts.
shooting pain. And I'm like, Ant, I go, on a scale from 1 to 10, how are you normally? He goes, John, I'm 11. I'm an 11 all
And
day.
on the pain
level.
Wow. So you had basically your like neck moved around. to
Yeah, they
fix.
went in through the front. They pulled
Okay.
out the disc. They put in some dead guy bones. They welded it all back together. And then, believe it or not, I woke up dancing in my hospital room. And the next episode on set, I was a different person.
Should you have been though? Like, is that when you wake up? Are they like easy?
My mom and my girlfriend put me back in bed.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
You know,
Dead-
I was dancing in my
I
hospital
feel like
room eating
dead guy
Jello.
bones warrants a follow-up question.
was good.
I don't know what like. Yeah, so they're donated bones. They're real bones.
Yeah, cadaver bone.
Wow. So when
AKA
you like,
dead guy
sign
bone.
that thing at the DMV or the registry or whatever, like
It's real people.
No,
it
I
actually
have a,
does happen.
I
I
have a
have
card
to-
in my wallet now because I have a titanium plate on the
so
front for
when
the
you go through
airports.
security,
Yeah,
you
it's
have to
good.
be like, oh, that's the rod in my neck.
Yeah.
Great.
and
I don't even know.
and there's a part of a dead guy, so that's the he's
Right.
gonna talk about that. Yeah.
So when you sign that card, y'all think it's like heart eyes. It's also like might be your like vertebrae or something. Just
Could
like,
be.
I feel like we can learn a lot here today.
Medical television.
Yeah. Okay. So you're all better now.
Yeah,
You
feeling great.
traveled the world to promote this show and the upcoming season, which is premiering tonight on HGTV. And you're also you're multitaskers though. You're not just one-dimensional guys, are you, gentlemen?
No, we're
No,
not.
no, we're
I
not.
wanna, I want to do
Brian?
something I'm calling social stalking because we all do it, right? I go and look at your page and see what I can find that may or may not embarrass you.
Are
I
there
didn't do
are
anything that
photos
would
going to be
embarrass you.
popping up here?
Yeah,
Did you
but
set
nothing embarrassing.
Oh boy.
But I
Did
do
you
want
even sit up for this photo shoot? You're like, yeah. I mean, really?
He's like too
and
much
what are
work.
you like? I'd like to talk to you about drugs. or love me. Like when a
was
man and a woman love each other very much.
I was in the don't bother me mode.
Yeah. Okay. You're like, oh, here he goes again.
Too
with the
cool
front-
for school.
Yeah. Okay. So, and these are not embarrassing because I know you. And if I didn't know you, I might have. But this is a side of you that people don't see as much unless they follow you on the Facebook or the Instagram.
Yeah,
I put
so-
the in front of it.
I like
I
the
just
Google
like- it's like-
myself.
yeah, the Google. I like the AOL.
Yeah,
Go on.
this is
Anyway, this is you in a motorcycle
this is
and a
this is
beautiful
up
woman.
in the Adirondacks in upstate New York with my girlfriend. We travel a ton by motorcycle. I mean, if we're not doing TV, if we're not working in our design businesses, this is the #1 passion.
Yeah.
We get out on the bike, we travel as much as we can. This is the tail end of a trip. We went up through the Finger Lakes not over Niagara Falls, over
Right.
the bridge
Right.
over Niagara Falls.
Close by.
Up past Toronto, did some off-road. It was a lot of fun, but it's the ultimate reset button
Yeah.
for me. I absolutely love it, and
Yes.
it's the best way to travel.
I do want to clarify because you are a home renovator that this is not your work behind you. This is not even a fixer-upper. Is that like beyond?
No.
help?
We
Is it-
stopped because this is the finished product from AMDK season
right.
2.
Tune in.
This
Tune
is
in.
yeah.
Right.
Wait till you guys see this.
Is this
it's
a house
amazing.
that's beyond repair or is this
That's called rustic lux.
rustic lux? I like it. It's lexic.
It's lexic.
What else do we have here? We only just have a couple. Then we have. Oh, look at this.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Thank you, HGTV.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are ink enthusiasts. Like, how far does the ink go? Now, is this filled in on this arm?
Anthony's done.
is
His
done,
whole arm
yeah.
is done now.
I feel like it's like one of those adult coloring books. So you know what I mean? Like, it's so soothing.
You know, I've never heard it that way
You know
before,
what I mean?
but that's pretty.
You know the ones I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're everywhere now. Like, suddenly adults color. It's cool. And,
yeah,
but
you know,
how long
mandalas
did this take
are
to get there? How long?
mandalas are kind of meant to draw focus. So if it helps
What
you
did you call
focus,
it?
you
It's
can-
a what?
mandala. Do you have a
Mandala.
marker?
Do I have a marker?
You
Want
can
to fill it in? Go for it.
I would totally love to fill in later. We'll get it. For,
Yeah,
we'll
this
get
was
it for social.
28 hours, 30 hours.
28 hours. Now,
2 years.
How long will you do at a stint? Because you're obviously not expecting that person to work. You
mo-
don't want them to be tired.
The most I did was 3. He did longer.
I did a 4. I did a 4.
Who's that harder on, the artist or you? Both,
I
probably.
think it's both. I mean, mine, I would say, because mine is half sleeve and then it goes up and it's my whole chest. And it's a cherry blossom tree and 2 hummingbirds for my wife and my daughter.
Okay.
So when I get my tattoos,
I like the meaning because I can't decide on something that I think I'll be happy with in 10 years. Like these people, they get like Tweety Bird on their foot. Like, are they going to be? Is that going to be something like when you're 80, like I'm so glad?
tattoos have.
You know what I mean?
We all have. I have a bad tattoo.
He's
That's my 18th birthday tattoo.
The sun. The
What is
sun.
it? What is
It's
it?
there.
Sun on
My
it.
tribal sun.
Yeah,
Now-
the sun.
That's pretty
that,
solid.
That
like,
stays as a reminder to not get bad tattoos.
yeah, are you like in retrospect? Would you have gotten that now? Like, would you have gotten the sun? Or are you kind of cool with it?
No.
No. I feel like there's great tattoo fails online. Have you seen some of them? Like some people like really
When they spell the word wrong.
It's a
that's the
lesson in
best.
really thinking things through.
I mean, as far as fails go, this is like on the lighter side of the scale.
right, the
as
sun, no,
compared to
that's
what
pretty
I've seen.
mild. Like, did you see the one that's supposed to say no regrets and it says no regrets? Fantastic. It's my favorite. No
But
regrets.
whose fault is that? Is that
Well,
the person
I feel
that
like there are
got
a
the tattoo,
couple-
or is it the artist?
It's arguable. I feel like it warrants a refund.
I saved a buddy of mine. There were some adult beverages that happened in
Shocking.
in
Very
Las
shocking.
Vegas, and he was going to get his ring finger tattooed with his wedding date. Because
No,
it was
don't
his
do
10-year
it.
anniversary.
No.
And about 3 seconds before the tattoo artist touched his middle finger, I said, "Wait!"
Oh.
And
I was going to say don't put your wedding date on your finger.
his
You mean,
eyes
like,
were
don't do it
swimming
on the
around in
middle
his head.
finger.
We moved it over one finger, and
Yeah,
it wound
that's
up working
good.
out for the
Crisis
better.
averted.
Yeah.
No, that is good. Also, every once in a while online, you'll see somebody who got drunk and screams bloody murder when they're getting their tattoo, which is fun. Did you ever?
I've never heard anybody scream in a
No?
tattoo place. I mean, it's pain. I will
you
tell
get
you
all,
this.
like,
John,
macho,
I mean,
like,
aside from you, buddy.
I mean, I scream a lot. I scream
Yeah.
a lot on the show, but I mean, when you start your chest,
You are a little bit of a screamer. Like I don't. I mean, just it.
let me tell.
Holy shit.
I mean,
Is this?
I-
are we-
Where is this
is
interview
is
going?
This the PG? What are we,
Let's
what are we
clarify.
doing
This
here?
is an important clarification. I feel like it warrants everyone calming down for a second. I mean, on the show, you are the louder. You're the louder of the two. Like you are a bit of a more of a screamer.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I have a very loud voice.
yes, I
Ah,
can't
I'm
do it, yeah.
Well, when I talk, my wife says, "Stop yelling." I'm like, "No, this is the way I talk."
It's like people have resting bitch face. You have like resting yell.
Yell. It's a nonstop. My voice just carries. And look,
This
when
has
you
gone really
when
in
you
a million
see,
totally downhill.
I
different
made
directions.
I sang on the show. I gave when we were down in Louisiana.
By the way, we trimmed it up a little bit.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
had to-
little bit in there.
You had-
You
you
sing
had to
"Born
bring-
on the Bayou,"
Born on the Bayou.
Singing.
Born on the Bayou.
and there's why we trimmed
There it
it
is.
down just a little bit.
I wouldn't consider it singing, but yeah, we've gone through it a few times.
Okay, so let's go through the next photo because if it's any at all like there you are on Home and Family. Is that a breakdancing move or is that a push-up you're launching into?
So last week we were on Home and Family, and we did this thing called 2 Truths and a Lie. And one of the truths was, did I do the worm across 3rd Ave while Anthony stopped traffic? And yes, that did happen.
Yeah. Did it take a while? I mean, first of all, look at Matt Nopolis behind. That's right behind your leg.
She loves it. I got some serious height
Yeah,
there. Look at
you
the
did.
extension.
That's a great shot.
That's not bad,
that's
right?
Good.
I thought it was pretty good. So
Very
they
impressive.
said since it was a truth, they said do it on the show. So
Yeah.
I now have done the worm for millions of people to see.
Right.
It's great.
And again, the proof is here.
It's
right
there.
here.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Do you feel pressure? Can you bust into the worm at any given moment?
I can do the worm anywhere, anytime.
Oh boy.
I'm asking for a friend.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Oh man.
You really you want to see it?
Yeah, we do. Let me just move this back a little bit.
All right, I'll do it. I can do it down on the concrete.
Oh, we do it on the
Yeah,
concrete.
I did it across 3rd Ave, Brian. Come on.
You can
Concrete's
right
no
here.
deal.
I feel okay. Can the jib catch it?
Yeah, they're not gonna miss you. Believe me.
We're concerned. He's concerned about the shot more than his. physical
Watch your.
I'll go diagonal.
Yeah, just watch your feet though here, bud. Don't. You might get taken out. I'm just a little.
Okay. Oh
There it
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah. Very well done.
He never disappoints.
So now, 2 weeks in a row, I've done it. So I want you to picture that. So that was, call it 12, 15 feet. I am not joking you. I started from the back of a bar that was probably 20 feet long across 3rd Ave, call it another 40 feet.
Yes.
That really happened 2 a.m. in the morning. So.
Free bar tab.
It was 2 in the morning?
That was 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'm sure Manhattanites were really grateful at the time, too. Okay, so you're obviously a workout enthusiast or acrobatics or both.
Both, I can do both.
But you also, you have done YouTube videos, you share your fitness secrets.
Yes, I mean, I've done the YouTube. I've been on Daily Burn. If any of you guys watch the Daily Burn, I was on yesterday. I love to work out. I love CrossFit. It's a passion of mine. It's why everyone always asks me, they're like, John, your energy level is through the roof.
Right.
It's because of how I work out, and I'm constantly moving, and I'm on the go. And
so should you stop then? Is that what they're saying?
I don't know. Maybe I should stop. Should I stop? Because
Like
sometimes I'm a little.
Maybe you could work out
take a
less.
break.
Maybe I could bring it.
Sure, you could take a
Take
break.
the energy down a little bit.
No problem.
Let's try doing this at like a normal time. Let's go. But you also are both mean cooks too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You all right? Yeah.
I feel like a lot of spin-off possibilities. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
like
we should
America's
talk.
Most Desperate Dinners.
We could do it.
That doesn't
America's-
sound very good, though.
No, well, maybe. Well, it's a work in progress. We'll workshop it. But okay. So let's talk about. So we've kind of gotten the 360 version of you.
You've seen
maybe
the full picture of us.
The 300.
It was a very spastic 360.
Yeah.
But
So what advice? So as a motorcycle enthusiast and traveler, what advice would you give to people who are thinking about getting a bike? Because some people are going to tell them, no, it's dangerous. I always picture myself sliding across the ground.
I don't want
I always picture. You know what I mean?
want to
though? Like,
avoid.
when
Yeah, you
buy
might
a
want to avoid the
motorcycle. Don't
motorcycle.
you think of the scenarios that could go wrong? I always think of myself scraping.
I mean, you can kind of look at life and any decision you make that way. Like, there's a million reasons why I shouldn't do X.
Yes.
For me, I was on motorcycles at a very young age, and it was something that grabbed me. If you're curious about it, MSF.org, it's the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. It is the #1 place to go. They give you a motorcycle and a helmet, professional instruction for a full weekend for a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
You walk out of there if you pass with your license. You get a lot of great street knowledge. You understand what it is to deal with traffic. And then you can go and enjoy the enjoyable part about motorcycling, which is the freedom, getting out of the city. I mean, riding in the city is as much a convenience. Riding out of the city is total freedom, that reset button, the wind in your hair kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's always this analogy of like sitting in a car is like watching a movie, and riding a motorcycle is like being in the movie.
Right.
So if that can do anything, like the way you experience the world is very visceral. You notice a lot more things. You feel changes in temperature. So I highly encourage anybody to at least try a motorcycle.
Do the lesson
once.
thing, because the reason my brother had a motorcycle, and I tried it once, and I rode it up onto the front porch into the metal pillar on the front porch.
You did that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was good. So that's kind of like swore.
Now I know why you envision
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
sliding across.
So and I
Brian
feel like-
Baltazar.
There he is.
But I feel like that was hard to do. Like it wasn't easy.
that's
to,
difficult.
Like I went up steps.
It's not easy to do. You got the clutch pop
that's
down, so
fine.
you got wheelies.
I don't know
no
what I
problem.
did, but I have not done it since. And what advice would you give folks that like want to pursue because it's discouraging for people, like they feel like it's hard. Like how long?
Look, I will tell you this. I mean, I've been working out since, I've been a freshman in high school. So this isn't like I just started doing it, something I got into from high school through college, now being 35 and being a father. It's just a way of life. I love doing it. It gives me the energy that we just talked about. And it's something that I just feel good. And I think the biggest thing is everybody, when they start working out, they don't understand the dedication. It's not something you're going to do for 3 months and 6 months and see these amazing results. It takes a year and even years of getting into it. And the biggest key is changing it up and never doing the same workout. That's why I love CrossFit, because it's always a different workout. It's completely different. And when you can change it up like that, that's when you keep your body guessing.
There we go. Okay, and what about? Sorry, I got serious for a minute. Okay, there we go. Now, what about folks who want to pursue renovation? Because people are like seeing you live in the dream. You're like making people's lives better. But it's a lot of hard work. But you're making positive change at home. You have amazing homes. You have a great TV show, and you're like biking across the country, and you're like lifting heavy stuff.
I'm lifting houses over my head.
Yeah. What advice do you give people who want to pursue what you do?
Yes, it was a lot of hard work, and it continues to be. I think that the biggest thing is the construction side of it's a lot of experience. Our family's been in that business a long time. We've been in construction business for 15 plus years now. The design side of the business, we're self-taught designers, so we are always encouraging people to try their own DIYs. Start small, figure out where your skill level lies. That was a really inelegant pause. I'm sorry.
It was, no. I sense no lack of elegance.
Find out where your skill level is, try new things. I mean, the only way to see what you're capable of is to make mistakes. And we feel that design is really a conversation, and it shouldn't be this, heady kind of unattainable thing. I think everybody has the possibility of creating something beautiful, and you're the person who knows best what you like. What our real job is figuring out how to put together the things you like in a manner that looks good inside of a room. Right. But you have all these things. Every homeowner we talk to, they know what they want. They just don't know how to get from A to Z. So it's really just putting those puzzle pieces together, and the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Right. Well, I think in the major point, and Brian, you've seen the cuts of all the episodes this season, the biggest thing is stepping out of your comfort zone, because we all have an aesthetic, we all have a style that we like. It's kind of how you dress. If you can just step out a little bit, especially in the new season of America's Most Desperate Kitchens, every kitchen is so unique. It's unique because of the area of the country that we're in. It's unique because of the homeowners. So you can't be afraid to say, man, I've never done that material. I've never used that color. No, try it. That's what gives you amazing design. You don't want to be like the next person, the same thing over and over and over again. You want to do something different, and you want to make a statement. That's how you make the statement.
Yeah. Well, and you can also learn by watching tonight at 8 o'clock on HGTV.
Yes.
I think that would be a great
great way.
And tweeting about it. We're going to take questions from the audience. My beautiful friend is right there ready.
Hi, I have a question. With all the design work and reconstruction you do, what do you use to put your boards together? Like, do you use Pinterest? Like, what tools did you use to put your vision together?
Yep, sure. So there's a few that we use. Most of the stuff we do is on iPads, because carrying all that stuff on airplanes gets really heavy really quickly. We use Evernote, which is a digital notebook program. So we'll create a notebook for each project, and then we'll just have a dump of images, and then we start to refine from there. Pinterest we don't use as much for the show. I mean, I know they have private boards and everything, but I think the efficiencies we get with Evernote is really nice with the team that we work with. And then to run our actual job sites while the projects are going on, we use an app called FieldLens. If you go to fieldlens.com. They're basically a task and project management software that allows us to assign tasks to the plumber and the electrician, to get things done quickly. And then the last thing that we use is Notability, which helps us to mark up our plans digitally. So we'll get a PDF copy of our blueprints from the architects, and then we can sketch right on top of those inside the app with different colors and notations and send them to all the places they need to go.
And she's a style blogger and writer, so you can use those a lot of those things
and
for what you do.
It's something too. Just talking about designing, the one fun part about the entire season, what people don't see is they say, hey guys, look, you come in there, you get it done 4 days. Now we all know construction. You're doing a kitchen. This is the hardest room in the house. And on the show, it's always more than the kitchen. We're doing kitchen, living room, dining room. We make that open floor plan. We plan these episodes out 3 months in advance. When we show up there, everything is on a box truck or a couple trucks right there for us. So one of the biggest problems people have, and they say, man, my project, was supposed to take 3 weeks, a month. Now it's 2-3 months. It's because they don't plan properly. They don't have all the materials picked out. That's why when we're with our team, we sit down with our design team, we make sure that we have this very precise plan. When we get there, boom, we're off and running. There's not like, oh man, we got to decide on this, on this now. Of course, if there's a problem that is behind the walls, we make the decision on site and we handle it. But design-wise, we have everything picked out.
We have another question. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hey, thanks for being here. I was wondering, what are your kitchens like in real life? And do you have any?
Everyone always asks us that. Well, I've now been living in my home that I built. It's 2 years this month. I have a contemporary barn. So I have an Italian kitchen that has a lot of contemporary, modern nods to it. But again, I have a lot of reclaimed wood throughout my house. we did build our dream kitchens. It was a lot of fun. And we used a lot of the same materials. Anthony has a very industrial look because he's in a loft in Jersey City. It's cool to see both of our kitchens. Yes, they're different, but using the same materials in different ways. Yeah. And I think that's the big takeaway. So many people say, oh, I can't use that. No, we're the perfect example. Yeah. It's two different styles, same materials, but used in a different way and look totally different.
And you can see them on Rachel Ray's website, I think.
Yes.
Did you show
Rachel Ray's website and HGTV Magazine's website, both of those.
Perfect.
Rachel Ray actually did home tours, so if you want to see a video walkthrough of both of the houses, you can check out Rachel
see
Ray.
The photos on HGTV.com. We have time for one more.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I just want to share a little story with you guys. My cousin fell off his motorcycle and had to get skin from his butt put on his face.
Whoa. On his face?
It does happen.
Just saying. But anyway, so my question
that's
is...
what I'm talking about.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Next time he'll be wearing his safety gear when he gets out on his motorcycle.
Wow.
I feel like it would be really like good skin, like soft, not a lot of sun exposure. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna go for it, like take it from right there. Right? That's my feeling.
That part has never had any sun damage. It's
Nothing.
Right.
It's exactly it.
At least in my case. It's not. Did you have a follow-up question?
My question is like, and not just with your show, but all like home improvement shows, I've always wondered, do the people on the show pay for it, or is it like a budget kind of thing?
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's always different. It depends on the show. Some shows, our show is paid for 100% by the network, so HGTV foots the bill for the homeowner, so it's like hitting a mini lottery for sure. And there are other shows that have homeowner contribution in them as well. So it's a show-by-show basis. Yep.
Totally. And you can watch it tonight on HGTV at
8 o'clock.
8 and
8:30.
7
Central.
And what are your handles on Twitter and the Instagram?
At Carrino Anthony.
And at Colaneri John.
Awesome.
Very easy, simple. We
Very
like
easy, simple.
And you know what people do? They do like the real John.
Yeah, like they sometimes do it before
like-
there's ever a fake.
I was like, come on.
Oh yeah, I'm worried about all the imposter Brian
and,
Balthazars coming out there.
One last thing too. Tonight after the show, so there's 2 premiere episodes, 8 to 8:30, 8:30 to 9. At 9 o'clock, we're going live on Facebook. So if you're not sick of us yet, you could be tonight. From 9 to 9:30, we're hanging out at John's house.
We will be at my house. We're going to be grilling. We're hanging out in the
yeah?
backyard. I'm sure I'll be showing people my house.
You're welcome
walking
to
through.
come if you want to
You can come hang out.
Now I get the invite the same day.
The same day.
And by that he means the Facebook live chat. He'll be like, oh, I really meant just the link. I'd give you the link. No, all right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, AOL. Thank you, guys.